Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Disco Elysium, where we're still in Evra Claire's office, but we're not quite done talking to him yet, so I guess we will continue our conversation today. I just hope I don't have to sit on the uncomfortable chair again, because that might give me another hit to my health. But yeah, let's see, let's try to talk to him again.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Really? Which means that last time this was really just some demonstration of power to, make me sit down on that chair, and you don't really care about me being on your eye level. Not anymore, that is. But okay, we have a few options here. Let's talk about my lost gun. I want to talk about the hanging. I'm looking into your shady brew. I think he's talking about the special borscht. I met Joyce, the company representative. What's in the container that's outside your office? Harry is really obsessed with that container. But yeah, at some point we have to talk about the gun, so let's do it.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Why would you assume that kids or grandmas have it, though?
Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if he already has a gun and he's just being obtuse on purpose to make me more cooperative. Oh, it's so much effort to find your gun. I hope you will appreciate it once we actually found it and spend all that effort on it.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Hold on, could he really hold my gun hostage? It depends on how badly you want it back, I suppose. Wait, the gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in? Right, we already found some clues about the whereabouts of the gun. I will not be blackmailed with this gun business. I don't care about my gun, keep it. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back? Yeah, that's probably what it means. The question is, do I actually need my gun? So far I only needed a gun once, and in that circumstances Kim could just give me his gun. But yeah, could he really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
I see. But what about the pawn shop? We already know that a woman bought it from the pawn shop.
Yes, thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it.
He makes air quotes. What's up with the air quotes?
Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Okay, so I guess we have to work under the assumption that he has our gun and we need to work with or for him to get it back. Alright, let's just cut to the chase. You want me to do something for you, right?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
You do not sound like you're kidding.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Right, that's probably what it leads towards to. I just finished the task, but so far he hasn't actually given me any new task. So, let's talk about the hangings, maybe. That's why I'm actually here.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun.
Will you shut up about the gun for a moment?
It's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, It's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but. Yeah, probably, but first you need to do something for me or something to that extent.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
So what's stopping you?
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Okay, you want me to open some doors for you? I've opened a few doors in my life. You've heard wrong, Eva. We're not. Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines? I don't know. What's your opinion?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's probably what he's asking us to do, huh? And we kinda have to do it if we want to talk to him and maybe get the gun back.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
That actually sounds very shady.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Okay, but I mean, if I'm doing what he's asking me to do, I do not just pretend to play into his hands, I'm actually playing into his hands. Have you factored that in, drama? Why don't you just open it yourself? I mean, that's a good question. Whose door is it? I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Damn it, fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder. Accept the task. I can't accept this thing. Refuse the task for now. Does this mean that I can't, like, refuse it permanently? At some point I have to accept it if I wanna, get ahead in the game. But yeah, why don't you just open it yourself if it's so easy?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
Well, that's a lie. Also, I mean, you have people working for you. You have henchmen. Can someone of them do it, maybe?
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
Oh, I see. So, it's not really about the door, it's about the message. I see.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Okay, well, tell me more about it. Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose. So it's someone that pissed you off or is working against the union. Some kind of snitch, maybe?
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
He puts his glasses back on. I mean, it sounds like an easy task. Still very shady. I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Yeah, I don't know. He seems to be pretty well informed. I mean, he knew that I lost my gun, for example. So, he has to know at least something. But I guess I'll try this dialogue anyway.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Right. Maybe not everything, but if he can give us at least some information, that would be fine. Yeah, I feel that at some point I have to accept this task if I want to get anything done. Plus, I also accepted a task for Joyce Messier, so it's not like I'm very impartial to begin with. So yeah, sure, let's accept the task. Damn it, fine, I look into it. We need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
He flicks his fingers. On what level is our friendship at the moment? Because I don't feel very friendly towards you.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry.
Okay, hang on a second. You have a key for the door that I'm supposed to open? And I'm supposed to get it from, like, one of your, well, I suppose, workers, henchmen, whatever? Well, I guess it's really just about the message and not just, you know, the mere task of opening the door.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Okay, but if he comes back and sees the unlocked door, he will not assume automatically that it was the police doing. I thought this was about sending a message. If it's just about unlocking the door, then your manana guy can do it. You're not making any sense, Evra. Again, I feel this is just like a display of power. He wants to show me that he can, you know, command me around and give me stupid menial tasks if I want to get anything out of him. Anyway, I guess I will have to take a look at this task later. I'm looking into your shady brew. Right, I guess he's talking about the borscht, right?
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all.
Well, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what Harry is talking about either. Even if the borscht is supposed to be special, doesn't mean it's supposed to be shady, right?
You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
I will try my best.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that this borscht quest is of any importance, to be honest. Yeah, I've already talked to Joyce.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along.
Yeah, you're very busy. You've said that before.
One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Really now, just pals.
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Well, that's good, because I have already been working for her, kinda. What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont? Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances. Why haven't you let her in to see you? I guess because he's very busy. But yeah, what happened to the previous negotiator?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
But why? He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go? Good question.
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
And you called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this?
Maybe just another demonstration of power?
Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
That's just great. I would never call anyone midget, but you might be a midget. Okay, well, I guess I'm not getting any more information on this. But yeah, what about the previous union leader?
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting.
What? A casserole?
Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Really? That's it? She just left because of a casserole?
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
I mean, the story sounds very unlikely. It's not like Joyce, is like completely trustworthy either, because obviously she has her own agenda, but that story just sounds stupid with a casserole. But yeah, she didn't mention that.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Well, it doesn't matter if it was a casserole or a rabbit stew, because it's still a stupid story. So why haven't you let her in to see you? Joyce, that is, right?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Okay, so if someone wants to talk and negotiate with you, they first have to find a way to get you, as kind of like an entry exam. That is odd.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Yep, that's probably true. Okay, anyway, can we talk about something else?
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
Well, good to know.
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret.
Okay, fair enough.
Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everard doesn't mind.
You do sound a little bit defensive, though.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
I mean, I guess I can return the favor and tell Joyce about him as well. Yeah, whatever. Let's ask about the container as well.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
But there might be something special about it. It was attached to the Kvalsund crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Yeah, I don't think that he's going to tell me anything about it.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
I mean, I tried, but it didn't work. So I have to try again later with better skills. Okay, it looks like I have discussed everything that I needed to discuss. So let's leave.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Just kidding is like his favorite phrase. But honestly, I feel whenever he says just kidding, whatever he said before, it was probably more honest than anything else. Okay, so, he gave me a task, right? Open apartment door for Evra. Evra asked you to open the basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard to intimidate the occupant. Do what you have to do. Evra has promised to give you info on the case in return. Get the key to the weasel's door from money. So I'm literally getting the key. I just have to open it. Right. Interesting. But speaking of which, I kind of wanted to go to that place anyway. We still need to find the guy on the balcony, the smoker. Yeah, I guess we're good to go. Oh, I can't go down here. I think I have to go down over here. Right. So, let's leave the office. And, not sure if there's any point in talking to him again, now that we talked to Evra.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Yeah, like I said, oversharing. So in the future, can we keep this greeting shorter, maybe?
Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself.
He smiles his disarming smile and looks you deep in the eye. Okay, but I do not have any new dialogue options, so I'm off. Yeah, I guess I have to go back the way that I came. At least I don't see any alternative routes here. So let's run back. And I don't know, I probably can't try
You're
this
back
again.
before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
How? But yeah, I can't try this again. I need more rhetoric, so never mind. Alright, now, I guess I have to go down here. Sometimes hard to navigate using the keyboard, so clicking the mouse might be my best option. The future belongs to Measurehead. What? I'm not sure if there's any way to get to this door. I mean, the question is, how do we get back? Because I only made it here because I made the jump. Oh, I think we might be able to open this door now from the other side because he gave us a key card. That's probably what this is all about. Let's see. Yep, now I can go through here. Alright, so, let's see what we got here. A notice: in case of a strike, press button behind guard. Okay. So where do we have to go now? Down the stairs or over here? More than enough to please a woman. Measurehead is a powerful man. Are you Measurehead?
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees. Say nothing, size him up first. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? Well, I mean, the alcohol and drugs certainly left some traces on his body, I guess. So, I guess it's hard to disagree with that. My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and I have police business with you. Yeah, let's size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look. Your morphophysiology. Physiology. What a word.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. It's kind of funny though that his dialogue is written in all caps, but he doesn't really sound like he's shouting or anything. Puff out your chest, still say nothing. I don't think this is going to impress him. But yeah, my body is unimportant. I'm with the police and I have police business with you. I think.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
Al Ghul. His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat. What is Al Ghul?
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Wait, Al Ghul? Smell your breath. Kim, is it really so bad? You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Okay, Al Ghul is alcohol. Okay, that makes sense. Now I need you to cooperate with me. I don't have a problem with Al Ghul, I just drink a little on the weekends. That's probably a lie. But yeah, it doesn't matter whether I'm an alcoholic or not. I still need you to cooperate with me. I'm not sure why. Not sure what this guy is in relation to my investigation, but still.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Ham sandwich race haplogroup B4? What the hell are you talking about?
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
That fat racist over there, point to the racist lorryman. You're just him after pumping some iron. I am the police and I need you to comply. Now, take a step closer. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. Yeah, I would say so.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
So the Occidental Haplogroup is whatever Harry is? Okay.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Okay.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Well, there's worse things in the world than that.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Okay, and I guess you will be the one that is superseding this haplogroup, the Occidental haplogroup.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
You're right about all this. Now I just need you to cooperate with me as a police officer. The situation is serious. Your people have probably killed him. Yeah, I'm not really here to talk to you about genetics and whatnot, so can we just cut to the chase?
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
I'm just a policeman trying to investigate. I don't want to start a world war. What the hell are you talking about?
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Well, that's nice.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Well, that sounds like it's going to be a really fun museum, to be honest.
You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. It would enrich you rhetorically.
Well, I mean, he's using a lot of big words. I gotta give him that. Right, good idea. Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Seminese supremacist myself? Yeah, I don't know how this internalizing ideas actually works.
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Okay, so just studying the idea doesn't mean that you actually subscribe to the idea. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, what are my options here? Don't be such an asshole to your fellow dock worker. Show him the stolen ID card. Yeah, I think we have already established that the ID card is probably useless because it looks nothing like Harry. Isn't Evra, the union boss, white? Okay, so I guess the Occidental haplogroup he's talking about is like white people? I'm not entirely sure about that. Know anything about this mug? Show him the mug. What are the tattoos of yours supposed to mean? Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Yeah, sure. Let's try this.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Alright, let's see. Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there. I'm not sure if he's the right person to tell me about this, but I mean, it still might be an interesting conversation. So sure, hit me with it.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks at you. I do whisper. This is for the thing. On second thought, I don't. Relinquish the opportunity to learn advanced race theory. Yeah, this is just for the thing. Whatever.
What thing? We already got in the harbor. You just want to hear about races, don't you?
Just out of curiosity.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailorlight. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Well, this sounds all very charming, but sure, tell me about Type A.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant. A common result of inbreeding.
Okay.
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Okay, your distinction and your grouping of different races seems to be very random. I mean, how do you make these distinctions, I wonder? Wait, who exactly are the Maun? Okay, got it. Who are the Type A then, in your view? Yeah, tell me more about the Maun.
You know them by the names of their nation-states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Okay, interesting.
Maun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
So basically, all his different groupings and distinctions really make no sense at all. They are really just arbitrary. Got it. The wooden clocks, though. Yeah, I guess these are supposed to be like, or inspired by Dutch and Germans and so on. Yeah, what about the wooden clocks?
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
Well, nice.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Okay, so being lactose intolerant is bad. I see.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with tassels. But okay, tell me more about Type A.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina. The ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea. The Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners. All have Type A race propensities.
Again, this sounds extremely arbitrary.
The other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, They are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
A glandular problem. He draws his fingers across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
Okay, this is probably the most idiotic thing I've heard so far, and I've heard a lot of idiotic things in this game so far. But yeah, tell me more about the Semines and the Areopagites.
As proven by the Mound and the Mask, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Semines and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
Okay, and the Semines are?
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Semines inhabit the southern islands. I am Semines, from the stock of Ulmbuir on Ile de Fantôme.
Okay, and what about the Areopagites?
The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Semines are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Maran to Ansuland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Mound Occidentals discovered this place.
Okay, but hang on a second. I thought the Ilmaran were like the Scandinavians or the Finnish of this world. This makes so little sense, which I guess is the whole point of it, to just demonstrate how idiotic and nonsensical, lots of these racial theories are. So what's the difference between the Semines and the Areopagites? Continue receiving wisdom.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Semines are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
So basically, it's also based on like some sort of phrenology, which of course is also a bogus science. He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery. I mean, at some point he mentioned like haplogroups. That is at least something that can be like genetically be determined that someone is of a certain haplogroup. But haplogroups does not equal races. Two people of different quote-unquote races can have like the same haplogroup or whatever.
The latter is perfected in adapting. Together they form the Semeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
Well, I guess that's enough. Tell me about Type B.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
Mud-colored people.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
But he said they're mud-colored. You said Khoikos. I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions. Apparently so.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen.
Yeah, he makes less sense the more he's talking.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato.
So potatoes is in the same category as alcohol and tobacco. Okay. But I mean, if pinkness is good, then what about you? You don't look very pink to me.
The Khoiko, The countless micronationalities au grade are all inexplicably obsessed with potard. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
Well, maybe the problem is that they're microscopic. Yeah, you don't like ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla.
Okay, so I see.
Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature. Not the base inner spoilage called demos.
Yeah, it seems that this racial theory is based off of a weird mixture of biological components, but on the one hand you have real biological components like haplogroups, but then also vague physical appearance of people that isn't even consistent, because even if people look white, they still might not be white, and phrenology, but at the same time it's also about cultural aspects and political aspects, and it's very, very weird, and it doesn't really make any sense at all. But yeah, tell me about the Vacholias.
The Vacholians, halfway between type A and the racial cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Harsh, very harsh.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening. But that seems a little off.
So finally Encyclopedia decides to chime in again and call him out on some of his bullshit. And I guess for the rest of his monologue, he's just too confusing for Encyclopedia to actually say anything. I'm pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long. I've heard about this revolution, mistakes were made, but it was the right stuff. You're wrong about it. That revolution was perpetrated by degenerate left-wing marauders, not all the people of Revachol. Go away, stupid political thoughts. What with that revolution? Yeah, I think history hasn't lasted quite as long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive Chespius.
Well, he's not impressed with my Encyclopedia knowledge, apparently. Yeah, I think I would like to know what his opinion on the revolution is.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia.
Alright, now he's throwing in some weird medicine takes as well.
The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoico to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade roots and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
Yeah, this kind of guy, I think he probably sounds smart to people who think they're smart but are not actually smart, because he's using all these, big words and, hereditary prion conditions and blah, and he's touching about all these different subjects like biology and medicine and politics and culture, but it just doesn't really work together at all.
Enough of type mediocrity.
He's not satisfied with the outcome. Okay, well, I guess now we need to hear about the vile C2F race cauldron of pederasty, please.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Okay, well, tell me about these chimeric experiments anyway.
Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese.
Okay.
The other way around, they fail to produce offspring.
I don't think this is how this works. I don't think this is how any of this works at all.
The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
But donkeys aren't sterile. I think you're thinking about the offspring of a horse and a donkey. You can't even get that simple fact of biology right.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I've misunderstood something, but aren't humans too similar to produce genetically sterile offspring? I'm pretty sure that's not happening. I mean, yeah, he's thinking of species that are close enough to each other that they can still produce offspring, but the offspring is sterile, like donkeys and horses. Or I think you can cross a lion and a tiger, but the offspring will be sterile. But that's not how it works for humans.
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take your word on this. But okay, any more?
Then there is the Seminokoiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Seminokoiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic science.
Well, it can't be any worse than what I've heard before, so hit me with it.
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Seminese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Seminese strength and grad servility. This will never happen. The Seminese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Seminese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman or
Okay.
Koika.
What is your hatred towards potatoes, though?
But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type F. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
So are we done with this now?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
How do I word the mystery? On second thought, I don't have time to get any deeper into this stuff. Okay, so I'm guessing if I accept, I will get a thought for it, and I may or may not decide to internalize it. Yeah, sure, let's accept the thought.
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me.
Oh boy.
This clarity does not come instantly.
Right, let's discuss something else, maybe.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Gilbert Vacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
I mean, that would be a more interesting subject matter, to be fair. I do have a few more options here, and I may want to try at least some of them, but the episode is kinda long, so we are going to do this the next time. Let's leave for now. But yeah, this was the most nonsensical discussion I had in this game so far. I actually think I lost some brain cells listening to this. But whatever, I guess it's interesting just to get some kind of overview of what different people are thinking in this world. But for now, let's call it a day as always. Thank you for watching and see you again next time.